goal is to identify parallel and perpendicular lines so that we can write equations of parallel and perpendicular lines. So here we talked about our parallel lines are straight lines that will never touch, and they are the same distance apart. Perpendicular lines cross and form a 90-degree angle. So yes, they are going to touch each other, but it's a certain way. All right, here we go. Let's talk about the left side of my screen over here. They want us to graph. Now, when we graph, we always start with what? The slope or the y-intercept? The y-intercept, your beginning, right? So what is our beginning? Negative or positive 4, right? So our positive 4 is right here on our graph. Our slope is 2. So I'm going to go how? Where? So because our slope is 2, we're going to go up to right 1. Right 1. And we're going to connect those lines, those 2 dots. Now to go the opposite direction, instead of going up and to the right, I'm going to go down and to the left. Good. And then connect your dots. Okay, so for the second one, what is our y-intercept now?
-2. Oh, -3.
-3. And notice that our slope is still the same. So I'm going to go up to right 1. So from there, up to right 1, up to right 1, and keep that pattern going. Connect those dots. All right. So the question is now, what do you notice about the lines? They are parallel, meaning that they never touch. And what do you notice about those 2 equations?
Which ones?
The 2 on our screen. There's only 2 equations. Well, what's the same? There's something the same.
The 2x.
The 2 in front of the x, which is our slope. So that's why we wrote they never touch and they have the same slope. So we're going to do the same thing but with perpendicular lines. Okay. All right, so let's graph the first one. Do I start with my slope or my y-intercept? Start with the slope. So what is the slope?
1/3.
So is that, where would we start on our graph if that's where we're starting?
3 and then 1 over? 1 up 1.
So maybe not start with our slope, maybe start with the y-intercept, because we call it the B for beginning. Now we can use our slope to talk about how we move. We go up 1, right 3. I'll do it darker. So we start with our y-intercept, which is -2. We put a dot at -2 on the y-axis. I looked at my slope, which was 1/3. So I went up 1 and to the right 3. So I'm going to repeat that process for this other one. I'm going to start with my y-intercept, which is +1. And I'm going to use that slope of -3. So I'm going to turn it into a fraction. And it's because it's negative, do I go up or down? So I'm going to go down 3 and right 1. So down 3, 1, 2, 3, right 1, 1, 2, 3. They cross. Do they not cross? They do. They're not parallel. So these are perpendicular lines. Because they do touch, but they form 90 degrees. There's a 90-degree mark right here. Which, when you get to geometry, y'all talk about 90 degrees forever.
Is geometry funner than algebra?
So what do you notice about those two equations?
They're both lines.
They intersect something.
But the equations.
They're both numbers.
They are both numbers. Focus on your slope.
They both have threes.
They both have 3s and
Ones.
1s. And then what else? One's positive,
One's negative.
one's negative. It's almost as if they did a flip and a switch. Oh my goodness. And yes, they do intersect, meaning they cross. And it's a special type of cross that they make. They make the letter T or the letter X.
Is it only ever? Is it only ever? Yes.
Well, there's cases where they will cross, but they'll form like weird little angles like that.
Or like this.
Thanks. Yeah. So that would be neither. All right, ready?
No.
Let's talk about parallel lines. Let's find the slope of those two.
Why can't they touch?
Parallel lines will never touch
But why can't they?
because they are equidistant from each other. So how do I find slope from two lines?
How come the lines already drew?
Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to find slope. We are going to use the slope formula. So the slope formula is y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. We're going to label the points first. You have x1, y1, x2, y2. Plugging it into that formula, what is our y2?
8.
8 minus your y1, which is,
5.
and we are going to divide that by our x's. So what's our first x?
Negative 6.
Minus
Negative 2.
negative 2. But we know two negatives.
Equals a positive.
All right, so what is 8 minus 5?
3.
Good. And negative 6 plus 2?
8. Negative 4. Oh, what?
Negative 4.
Oh my god, you're smart.
That is your slope for the first one. We're going to repeat that process with, so x1, y1, x2, y2. Okay, here we go. We're going to use our formula.
The same thing.
The same thing. So
5 subtract negative 1
5 minus a negative 1.
over negative 5 subtract 3.
Negative 5 minus 3. Two negatives gives us a,
Positive.
so 6
What?
over negative 5 minus 3.
2.
Getting more into the negative. I owe you $5 and I borrowed 3 more.
0.
Negative 8.
Oh, what?
Can that be reduced?
Wait, what's the equation?
All right, so 6 over 8. What number goes into both of those? 2.
Don't worry.
6. 2 goes into 6 how many times?
3 times.
3 times.
Sometime.
2 goes into 8 how many times?
4?
4. And it's a negative, correct?
Yes.
So then
They are the same, so what does that make it?
boring.
Parallel, perpendicular, or neither?
Parallel?
Parallel.
Parallel.
Oh my god.
All right, here we go, real fast. We're going to look at the first pair. Are they parallel? 1/2 and 2? No, they're not.
Ooh.
Negative 4/3 and negative 4/3? Yes. How about the second or the third pair? Top right.
No.
No, they're not. How about the one on the far left?
Nope.
1 and 1? Yes, parallel. How about the one in the middle?
Yeah.
And the one at the end?
No.
9.
Good. All right, so now we are doing perpendicular lines. So that is the flip and the switch. All right, here we go. So we're going to talk about those 2 points to tell if they are parallel, perpendicular, or neither. So using the same formula, which is y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. Label your points, x1, y1, x2, y2. All right, so give me the actual formula with the numbers plugged in.
9 minus 7.
9 minus 7.
Negative 3 minus 1.
Negative 3 minus 1. All right, so 9 minus 7 is? Negative 3 minus 1.
Negative 4.
Can that be reduced?
Negative 1.
Good.
To be a half.
Perfect.
It's 2.
1 over 2.
So it's
Oh, it's a negative?
Yes.
What?
So label your second point, x1, y1,
I have a question.
x2, y2. What's your question?
How can it be neither?
When it does cross, but it doesn't form the 90 degree. Your slopes are not the opposite reciprocal. Your slopes, so it's like 1/3 and negative, or negative 1/3.
Or like that?
It crossed at something weird. Yep, like that.
But
Exactly. 6 minus 8 over 1 minus 2.
2 over 1,
2 over 1.
which would equal to 2.
So, which equals 2, but let's leave it as 2 over 1 right now.
Okay.
Did we go look at the pink, look at the orange?
Okay. It's not perpendicular.
Oh, it is. Is it negative? 6 minus 8 is negative. Did our fractions flip?
Yeah.
C.
Oh, so which means it comes positive. And do we have a one's negative and one's positive?
No. Yes. Yes.
Yes. So is this parallel, perpendicular, or neither? Perpendicular because it did the flip and the switch.
totally.
All right, let's do this part real fast. We're going to go on the top row, go across, then the second row, go across. Is the first one perpendicular? No. How about the next one?
No.
Did it flip and switch the sign?
Oh wait, yeah.
They're both negative, so did it switch the sign?
Oh wait, no.
Make up your mind.
How about 3 over 2 and negative 2/3? Did it flip and switch?
Yeah.
What about,
Yes.
it is. It is. And the one next to it. What about the last one?
9.
It flipped,
No switch.
but no switch. Okay.
No.
When we switch the sign, one's positive, one's positive, one's negative. You have to have opposite signs.
You can't have your ACs and numbers mixed up.
All right, let's find the neither. It can't be parallel, can't be perpendicular.
Okay.
This is the cross.
Done. I didn't have to do anything.
So is the first one parallel?
Yeah. No.
No. Did it
No,
flip?
never mind.
So this one is neither. How about this middle one?
Something.
It flipped. Did it change the sign? So that's neither. What about these two? What are these?
Something.
They're the same, which makes it, if they are equal, if they're the same, they're parallel.
So no.
So I'm just going to put par for parallel. What about 1 and 5?
Neither.
Neither. Negative 2 and negative 2?
Parallel.
Parallel.
It's a
The
pair.
next one is perpendicular.
The next one is perpendicular, so I'm going to put per for perpendicular. Because it did the flip and it switched the sign.
What if half does?